Hey, what up YouTube fam? Welcome to episode 1 in Coffee Chats with Jen. You're tuning in because you've probably just seen my introductory video, or somehow, some way, it popped up in your videos that are suggested to watch. And so I'm hoping that you're interested, and I'm hoping that you stay tuned. Episode number 1, today I'm actually going to be talking to you about my first step that I took in going back to college. I'm going to take you back 10 years ago in 2009. Now, for any of you that have been part of my channel, or for those of you that are just now joining, you'll learn that I am 2 weeks away from finishing my grad program, and I'll be officially done with my master's and have my master's in hand. If you're interested in hearing more and how I did that, please stay tuned and hope that you keep on watching. All right, so if you're watching, that means that you are interested in episode 1, numero uno. So here we are. I'm going to take you back, and I'm going to try to do this real quickly. I'm not going to go through my entire college career. I'm basically going to literally take you step by step on what I did to go back to school, because I know there's a lot of you that may be thinking about it. A lot of you may be nervous about it. So I'm going to take you back to how I was before, sort of what happened back then. I do have a video called Teen Mom Turned Grad Student. We're going to link the video down below, so make sure that you click that if you're interested in hearing more. And I may sort of repeat a lot of what I said there on this one. So if I do, I apologize. A little heads up that I do have kids in the other room, so if you hear voices in the background, my apologies, but I'm a mom, and so that's just life. So what made me go back to school? So I'm going to take you a little bit before that. So I went back to school in 2009. However, prior to that, I did go to one semester. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to give it to you real. And I graduated high school in June of 2001. So crazy to hear that, because we're talking like I'm 2 years away from my dang high school reunion. But you know what? It is what it is. You're just going to have to deal with life. You get older, that's what's part of life. But basically, I went to school for one semester after I had my son. So you'll learn that I had my son in 2001. But I went back to school. I did a full-time schedule. Totally wasn't thinking. I was a brand new mom, full-time schedule, full-time employee. And here I was thinking, I was like, I got this. Definitely something that I wouldn't say that it was a failure, because I definitely don't think that anything in this life is a fail. One thing that I learned is that God has his path. And for those of you who aren't into religion, I'm not going to apologize, because I don't apologize for what I believe in. But please bear with me, because I do believe a lot in faith, and have a lot of faith in God, and I feel has gotten me to the point where I'm at today. But before I get emotional and go down that road, you guys, bear with me. So again, I don't feel that any path in life is a fail. I do believe that it's what is meant to be, and that's sort of what guides you through life, to understand and really take in that, wow, I learned my lesson. I can't do that. This is what I need to do to go forward. Well, in that time, I was also 18, brand new mom, working full time. I said, the hell with going back to school. And it didn't help. And I think I mentioned this in my other video, but it didn't help that my very last day of my first semester of college, my car was stolen from the campus. Okay, stolen, nowhere to be found a week later, stripped across town. Okay, that's how I knew I definitely wasn't going back, because damn it, I didn't even have a car now. Good thing is I passed that class, you guys. That's the main part. It was an anthropology class, but I passed. And here it was, 10 o'clock at night. I walk out like, woosah, got that done, but my car is gone. Fast forward to, like literally in my mind as I'm saying this, I feel like, like a little film. Fast forward, 2005, I have my second son. And at the time, I was thinking to myself, I really want to go back to school. Like everybody wanted to be in real estate. It's like, that's what you need to be doing. You need to be selling these houses. You know, everybody's like getting rich from selling homes. And I'm thinking, I really need to go back to school, because even if it wasn't for real estate, it was the realization that I want to buy a house, and I cannot do that at a $12 per hour job. Now at the time, I was already working for a top corporation. It was like a big popular company, and there was potential there, but I was in an entry-level job basing my salary with commission, and I just knew that that was not going to be the way to go. I needed to do something else. But I had no, you guys have to understand, I'm first generation college. I didn't know about grants. My parents, although we were first gen and they didn't go to college, they were always the poor middle class, right? Where we're like making enough money, just enough to not qualify for certain programs or free financial aid, etc. And that's the realization that I was facing. I had never gone and figured out, other than when I had my son, I knew that at the time I had, my tuition was paid because I was a first-time mom and I had a very low income. But now that I was with my husband, I knew that that wasn't going to be the case, or I thought I knew. Never looked into it, was always so afraid of not being able to afford it. Again, fast forward, 2 more years, I have my other son. Now we're in the other side of town. We're renting this really nice house. House market was still crazy, but it was starting to go down. That was at the tip of like the foreclosures and all the recession. And by then I was working at, again, another company, which is where I'm actually at now. And although I was making a decent income, I still deep down had that, oh, I want to go back to school. But here I am now, 3 kids. In my mind, it's like, it's just not going to happen. But I was sort of, kind of swaying back and forth, because one of my close cousins had already been in school, and she too had 4 kids, because she actually had her 2 little boys, twin boys, the same year I had my 3rd son. It was like living vicariously through her, and I still thank her. I don't know if she realizes this. I've told her this before, and I don't know if she realizes how much that she was my motivation to go back. So Liz, when you see that or you find out that this YouTube exists, you were my motivation, girl. And she was going to a university, versus like a state college, which not that one's better than the other, but in the college world, you may think or know that there's this, that it's better than other, right? So anyway, so I was like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it. Again, pause, didn't do it. What happens next? Sadly, miscarried my son in January of 2009. Yes, I was about to have a 4th child, and never had experienced that before. Never had ever lost a child ever, and it was just one of those things that came out of the blue. And the fact that I can even speak about this to this day without tearing up, or trying not to tear up, is amazing, because he is everything to me. My baby angel was my life changer. Life changer because I'd never experienced that in my life, but a life changer because I said, I will not allow this to knock me down. And I don't know how that even related to my education, but I was home. My work was so fortunate, and I share this in my other miscarriage video, but my work is so fortunate to help me to allow me to give me that postpartum 6 weeks. And here it's supposed to be coffee, right? Let me take a sip. I'm going to school. Like, forget this. I'm going to school, and we lived super close to the college, the community college, and I went. And so I wasn't even sure that they would even have my record on file, because I hadn't been back. You guys have to understand, at this point it had been nearly 10 years, but it had been, what, to be exact, about I went 2002, and this was now 2009. So about 8, why can I not do math? 7 years. 7 years. I'm not a math major, sorry. So 7 years had gone by, and I went in there, I met with the counselor. Counselor pulled my file. She had to pull that file, like she had to go dig into the archives. But she found my test scores. She found they still gave me credit for those classes that I took, including anthropology, that I thankfully passed the night my car got stolen. So she was like, we'll do this. We'll put you in, we'll enroll you, and we'll make it happen. What do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. I just really want to get my GE going. I want to ease back into it. I don't want to take on too much. And that's what we did. She put me in one class, and this was business and technology, literally like a typing class. And there I went. I went through a complete 180, like complete flip the script. And if for any of you that may know, she's very popular. She's another one of my motivators, biggest supporter, at Painted Hair on Instagram, super popular on Instagram. She has a YouTube as well. I'll link her down below. But she's actually my cousin-in-law, not with my cousin anymore, but I still consider her family to me. And at the time, she had just relocated to Sacramento and had started up, in a salon. And I was like, I came to her one day and she said, you know what? You deserve a makeover. You need to start off fresh. I'm going to make you look different. You're going to love it. I'd never had short hair. She cut my hair to here, like literally to like right here. At first I was like, whoa, but she's like, you need something. You need a change. You just need to like start over. And I did. And it's just like the craziest thing, like that one boost of confidence, that one thing of going back to school, and it was like that perfect combination, and I did it. And so what I'm basically getting at, you guys, is that all it took was 2 or 3 simple steps, and that was driving to the college, meeting with the counselor, and making sure that I set up a plan based on my reality. Don't overwhelm yourself. Take baby steps. It does not matter. And when I tell you it took me a while, but I say that to you because I don't want it to be a scary thing. Like, oh my gosh, it took her from 2009 until 2015 to finish her AA. That's just my story. And I'm a mom by the time I finished in 2015, I also had a daughter. So I now had 4 kids. So I had my 4th child during my education experience. And on top of that, again, I'm not a math major. And the one thing that I need you to understand is that I failed a couple of my math courses. Now, I don't say that proudly, but I say that so that I'm fully transparent. And you might go in and knock out every single class. And depending on where you live, your classes may be readily available. The struggle that I have is with our community college district. It's very impacted. A lot of people, it's community college. A lot of people come, it's cheaper, which nothing wrong with that, because let me tell you, if you fail one class, you're not losing out on thousands, maybe a couple hundreds, but not thousands. And so sometimes those classes aren't necessarily available, and so you have to wait, or you have to take them the following semester. Or sometimes, like for me, I had to go to a college which was like almost an hour away, just because I was like, I need to finish. And so it's just about you understanding your situation. Break out a calendar. Look at your calendar and say, okay, what days can I work? Sometimes, or what days can I go to school? Sometimes, like me, like if I'm a mom with kids, if they have sports, extracurricular activities, even if you're not working, it doesn't mean that you're not a busy mom. Trust me, I work harder on the days I'm not at work. I feel that way anyways, and I mean that in a physical sense, that I'm like running around, washing clothes. Just before this, I was going crazy with my kids because my house is a mess. And I literally just swept them up yesterday, and I was off early yesterday, and there I was cleaning. So it's just a matter of really prioritizing. Break a calendar out. Get one of those big calendars and kind of just pencil in class, class, class. What days could you commit yourself to? And then pull up that community college. And it doesn't even have to be college. That's the thing. A lot of people think you have to go to college. It doesn't have to be that. It might be something in a specific field. My undergraduate degree was in career and technical education. People go, what the hell is that? It's adult education is what I studied to do. So that if I ever wanted to go into and teach a adult ed course, that I could do that. And that's exactly what I'm getting at. This can be any kind of course. Career and technical education is based on a specific field. For example, you can go into culinary, you can go into an apprentice program. There's all sorts of different programs that are out there. Some of these programs, you guys, make so much money an hour. I tell my older son this because he's kind of trying to figure out what he wants to do. And some of these jobs out there, I mean, they may be manual labor, but they get paid as much as what an attorney may pay. And I can't sit there and say it's the same for every single city, depending on where you're watching. But really do your homework and really dig deep within yourself and say, what is it that I want? But in the meantime, if it doesn't hurt to take 1 or 2 courses here or there, do that. Because at the end of the day, what you're gonna realize is, A, can I do this? B, do I want to do this? And C, where do I see myself with doing this? And so it's been a rocky road for me. I can't say that it's been perfect. I grew up wanting to be a veterinarian. Am I a veterinarian? No. Do I have pets? Heck yes, but nowhere near being a veterinarian. And so that's why I'm sharing with you today, is that it's just a matter of starting and just making that first step. Even if it's just picking up that phone. Hey, when are your counselors available? I just want to see what my options are. That's all it is. And I think that once you grasp that and truly understand that, you'll know what's for you is for you and that it's meant for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on the little notification bell, because that's how you're gonna know. If you have, like I said, if you have any topics that you'd like me to share, please comment down below. Also, I ask that you please, if you have any feedback for me, preferably constructive. I'd rather not have bashing sessions, but I mean, it comes with the territory, I'm sure. But as far as any constructive criticism or where you think I could improve, that would be much appreciated. So again, I hope that you liked this video. Please stay tuned, and I'll be coming back in the same outfit with another topic way off of education. This is gonna be my second video that I mentioned where I talk about fun, just like a fun topic, maybe not fun, but just totally like kind of like an opinion based. Could be venting, maybe not, but you'll see when I post it. So anyway, I wanted to again say thank you for tuning in, and if you're still watching, you are a true supporter, and I totally appreciate you. Bye-bye.